In the early years of our republic, the key debate was over how much power the federal government should have. That was based partially on the realization that Britain had usurped power, the king had usurped power of parliament, and treated America shamefully. It was also based on the realization that every other time in human history, people tried to put together a republic controlled by the people. The military toppled it, and a strong central government took over. So there was real concern about that. And the basis of the Republican Party, then the Republican Democratic Party, headed by Thomas Jefferson, was to limit federal power, to limit it to the explicit terms of what was articulated and given to it in the Constitution. So fierce was this battle that we almost didn't ratify the Constitution. A strong opposition led by Governor George Clinton of New York opposed ratification, and Patrick Henry of Virginia as well, because they said it would lead to usurpation of federal power and tyranny. And they almost prevailed. Narrowly, it passed New York and Virginia, largely because all the other states had ratified it and they didn't have much choice. But when Jefferson became president in 1800, everybody was concerned about how he would act because he believed in a weak, limited, almost powerless central government. Well, he was put to the test in 1802 and 1803 when it became clear that Napoleon needed money in France and that his dreams of having an empire in the New World were dashed when his army was decimated by disease and by the Haitian guerrillas when they invaded Haiti. And France increasingly needed to sell the Louisiana territory that it had taken over from Spain when Napoleon conquered Spain. And but there was nothing in the Constitution that let us buy Louisiana. Jefferson came up with a great idea of buying land as opposed to taking it in war. First time there'd been a peaceful exchange of property, just like commercial property or residential, without a war resulting in it, or war causing it. But Jefferson could find nothing in the Constitution that gave him that authority. And at first he said, maybe I shouldn't take the offer, maybe I shouldn't buy it. But it became clear that if we didn't sell it, other nations would come in, and we'd have European powers on our western frontier, and the whole development of America would have been severely retarded. So Jefferson then thought he would pass a constitutional amendment giving him the power to buy land. But that would take a while, and Napoleon wanted cash right now. And unless he could do that, he'd lose the option of buying the land. So Jefferson opted to act without constitutional authority, and then afterwards rejected the option of amending the Constitution. As a practical matter, this was the last time the argument about enfeebling the federal government had any real traction in American politics. If Jefferson, the apostle of limited federal power, was willing to double the size of the United States in buying land when land purchase was not enumerated in the Constitution as a power of the federal government, it was very clear that this issue was dead and over, resolved. Thanks for watching. Click here to read my latest column on Western Journal.